Welcome to Headphone News, Greater Vancouver edition for Monday, December 9, 2024.
U.S. Ambassador addresses cross-border sex trafficking. David Cohen, the outgoing U.S. Ambassador to Canada, pointed out that Canada's privacy laws are making it difficult to effectively tackle cross-border sex trafficking. He emphasized the need for better information sharing between law enforcement agencies in the U.S. and Canada. These discussions have become more urgent under the Biden administration, especially as the U.S. faces challenges with irregular migration and drug trafficking. Recent statistics show a shocking 306% increase in encounters with migrants at the Canadian border in June 2024 compared to the previous year, although this number dropped by 50% to 1,792 encounters by September 2024. During this same timeframe, U.S. Customs and Border Protection confiscated over 5,000 kilograms of illegal drugs, including 19.5 kilograms of fentanyl, from October 2023 to September 2024. Proposed tariffs of 25% on goods from Canada and Mexico by President-elect Donald Trump could significantly influence trade relations. Ongoing negotiations for a bilateral agreement under the Cloud Act aim to improve data sharing between the two countries. Understanding these issues is crucial, as they affect public safety, international relations, and economic stability.
Search for escapees from Immigration Holding Center in Quebec. Authorities are on the lookout for 3 Chilean nationals who fled from the Immigration Holding Center in Laval, Quebec, Canada. The country's border agency has issued arrest warrants for Brian Moya, Diego Flores, and Daniel Gonzalez, who are 30, 36, and 29 years old, respectively. They escaped on Saturday night, and it's unclear why they were being held. This incident raises serious concerns about immigration policies and safety measures at holding facilities in Canada. It could lead to a review of current practices, highlighting the challenges faced by individuals seeking refuge in foreign countries. The escapees are part of a broader context of immigration issues affecting Chileans, a group from the western edge of South America. Community safety and the effectiveness of immigration enforcement are major concerns following this event.
Trillium line opening delayed until 2025. The Trillium line, a key part of Ottawa's public transit system in Canada, is now set to open on January 6, 2025. OC Transpo, the agency responsible for public transportation in Ottawa, announced this delay despite successful final tests by Transit Next, the company building the system. Ongoing issues with technology and hiring have led to this decision. Steps will be taken to ensure the service is reliable before it fully opens. The Trillium line aims to improve transit efficiency and connections in the area. Recent changes in public transportation across Canada highlight the importance of reliable transit systems for getting around cities. This delay may affect public trust and require adjustments in city planning and budgeting.
Canada hosts Para-Hockey Cup in Charlottetown. Canada's national para-hockey team will compete in the Para-Hockey Cup in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, from December 8 to December 14, 2024. This is the first time in 7 years that the team has played here. Teams from China, the Czech Republic, and the United States will join the tournament, all competing for the gold medal. Para-hockey is a sport for athletes with physical disabilities, focusing on inclusivity and community spirit. Hosting events like this boosts local economies and raises awareness for adaptive sports. The Para-Hockey Cup has been held in Charlottetown 5 times, showcasing the city's commitment to supporting para-sports. Increased visitor attendance during the tournament benefits local businesses and fosters a strong sense of community.
Potential strike at Vancouver Airport over pay dispute. A group of 11 workers who transport jet fuel to Vancouver International Airport, known as YVR, in British Columbia, Canada, may go on strike starting December 10, 2024. These workers, represented by the International Longshore and Warehouse Union, or ILWU, Local 502, are seeking higher pay, better pension benefits, and improved severance packages. Right now, they earn just above the living wage in Vancouver, which is about 27 Canadian dollars per hour. Negotiations with their employer, SGS Canada, have been ongoing since June 2024 but broke down in late November. A federal mediator has been involved since September. If the strike happens, it could disrupt fuel delivery to YVR, affecting airline operations and possibly leading to higher travel costs. This situation highlights larger issues related to living wages and labor rights in urban areas. Recent discussions about labor trends in Canada may also shed light on the potential impact of this strike.
Early warning systems for landslides in British Columbia. Scientists are creating early warning systems to spot landslides in British Columbia, Canada, particularly around Mount Meagher. A major landslide occurred on August 6, 2010, causing damage but, fortunately, no injuries because it happened in a remote area. The Squamish-Lillooet Regional District is leading this project, which involves installing earthquake sensors and microphones to detect low-frequency sounds that are hard to hear. With climate change increasing the frequency and intensity of natural disasters, these warning systems are crucial for keeping people safe. The technology aims to send alerts hours or even minutes before a landslide strikes. To make these systems better, we need more funding and teamwork between governments and companies. By understanding the risks of climate change and getting involved in local safety programs, communities can better prepare for potential disasters.
Taylor Swift's Eras Tour wraps up in Vancouver. Taylor Swift's Eras Tour has come to an exciting end with a final show in Vancouver, British Columbia. This nearly two-year journey included 149 performances across 5 continents and 50 cities, delighting fans with over 3 hours of music each night. The tour kicked off in March 2023 and featured major announcements, including the release dates for Speak Now, Taylor's version, and 1989, Taylor's version. The tour had a big impact on local economies, boosting tourism and spending in the cities that hosted the concerts. Swift's relationship with Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce also drew media attention, increasing public interest in the tour. Some resale tickets sold for up to $3,000, showing just how high the demand was for this historic event. The success of the Eras Tour has sparked conversations about ticketing practices, especially regarding companies like Ticketmaster, which faced criticism for how they handled ticket sales. Overall, the tour not only celebrated Swift's musical journey but also created a strong sense of community among fans.
FortisBC natural gas rate increase. FortisBC, a major utility provider in British Columbia, Canada, has announced a 17.5% increase in natural gas rates starting January 1, 2025. This decision comes after approval from the British Columbia Utilities Commission, which oversees energy utilities in the province. The average household can expect their monthly bills to rise by about $14.25. This increase is due to important upgrades to energy systems that ensure safe and reliable energy delivery. To help manage costs, FortisBC plans to buy gas during the summer when prices are lower and store it for winter use. This rate hike could significantly impact consumers, especially low-income families, as energy bills go up. Businesses relying on natural gas may also see higher expenses, which could lead to increased prices for goods and services. It's important for residents of British Columbia to understand the reasons behind this rate increase and how it will affect their household budgets.
Financial challenges of cancer treatment in Canada. A recent report from the Canadian Cancer Society highlights the financial challenges many Canadians face when dealing with cancer treatment. On average, these individuals incur personal expenses of 33,000 Canadian dollars, which is roughly $24,400 over their lifetime. This financial burden includes costs for medications, travel, lodging, and lost income during treatment. Vanessa Percoco, a resident of Laval, Quebec, shared her experience, revealing that she spent over 4,000 Canadian dollars, or about 2,950 United States dollars, on prescription drugs throughout her treatment, which involved 12 rounds of chemotherapy. Despite Canada's universal healthcare system, many patients still encounter significant out-of-pocket costs for essential treatments. The report calls for urgent improvements in support programs for cancer patients to help alleviate their financial stress and improve access to necessary care.
Funding challenges for LGBTQ+ activists in Francophone Africa. LGBTQ+ activists in Francophone Africa, including Cameroon, Gabon, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo, are facing serious funding challenges. A report from the Global Philanthropy Project shows that only 1% of global LGBTQ+ funding from 2013 to 2020 went to these regions. Activists say this lack of funding means there aren't enough resources for support and advocacy in places where LGBTQ+ rights are under threat. Organizations like EGADIS, based in Montreal, Canada, are working hard to change this by pushing for more support from both Canadian and international governments. The need for fair funding is urgent, especially since many Francophone countries are dealing with political unrest and oppression against LGBTQ+ individuals. More financial support could improve human rights conditions and empower local organizations to better serve their communities. This situation highlights the critical importance of recognizing and addressing funding inequalities in global LGBTQ+ advocacy.
Bank of Canada plans interest rate cut as unemployment rises. The Bank of Canada is likely to announce a notable interest rate cut, probably reducing the rate by 0.5 percentage point. This decision follows a recent report from Statistics Canada, which showed that the unemployment rate rose to 6.8% in November, up from 6.5% in October. If this happens, the key interest rate will drop to 3.25%. In October, Canada's inflation rate was reported at 2%, indicating that inflation is still within target levels. Lower interest rates usually make borrowing cheaper for consumers, making loans and mortgages more affordable. This could encourage economic activity, but there's a risk of rising inflation if demand exceeds supply. Governor Tiff Macklem and the Bank of Canada are managing the challenge of keeping inflation in check while promoting economic growth. Financial markets are closely watching these developments, as they will impact investment decisions and consumer behavior across Canada.
Canadian government faces non-confidence vote amid funding urgency. The Liberal government in Canada is getting ready for a vote of no confidence from the Conservative Party, set for December 9, 2024. NDP leader Jagmeet Singh has stated that the New Democratic Party will back the Liberals, which is likely to prevent the motion from passing. This vote is urgent because Treasury Board President Anita Anand has requested approval for $21.6 billion, or about $15.9 billion United States dollars, to fund necessary programs like housing and dental care. If this funding doesn't go through, important services, including benefits for veterans, may face financial shortfalls. The political situation in Canada is tense, with opposition parties using various tactics to challenge the ruling government. The result of this vote could significantly affect government stability and public confidence in political institutions. That is all the news for today. Thank you for listening to today's Headphone News. News summary brought to you by AI.